Hello and welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. This pick a card reading is a general reading, so it should fit any situation that you find yourself in. And as always, we have our 3 piles here with group 1 on the left and group 3 on the right. The timestamps will be in the description box below, along with the cards that I'm using. I will show you the reverse side of these cards in case that helps with your selection. And that being said, I will leave you with your selection and I hope you enjoy your reading. Hey group 1, welcome to your reading. If you have chosen the Angelite Tower, then this is going to be your reading. An Angelite, I always think of softness and healing and being surrounded by angels with this particular crystal. It's got this sweetness to it, and it's interesting because the first card is a time for healing. And as you all know, it's my young son that picks the crystals before we pull the cards, and it's just always beautifully aligned. And this is actually quite the reading, group 1 this week. Yeah, totally interesting what's going on here. So some of the energy here I can see, first of all, is Leo, Aries, Pisces, Taurus, Libra. Yeah, those are the main ones. Yeah, definitely. Oh, Pisces, yeah, again, Pisces and Taurus particularly. So that could be you, someone you're dealing with, but it doesn't matter too much. We're starting in the past energy with Strength, the Queen of Cups, and the 9 of Pentacles. When I look at this energy, I see a level of mastery here with Strength and the Queen of Cups next to each other, 9 of Pentacles. It's like, I think you have moved through something recently with grace and compassion, and it's brought about some sense of flourishing or independence in your world because of it. The way you've handled a situation means you have a safe place to bloom in some regard. You may have, with Strength, you may have really overcome something quite challenging, but with grace. Now, what I find quite interesting is a few connections with all the cards here, as always, but this is quite fascinating. The bear you have here, I actually have a spirit animal card for you, and it is the bear. So you're coming straight out with the bear twice here, and this card is about taking time out, and you can kind of see that's what she's done here as well. So it also shows that what you've done is like in a really, maybe you've been discreet, or there's something about it. It feels like there's softness to it. There's definitely emotion caught up in the situation, but I think that's something you've like tempered or overcome. What's also interesting with the brown bear is it follows on to the very next card, and what sits below it is the 4 of Swords, which is about exactly that. This guy's laying in a field of poppies, taking time out from a battle. The poppies are a symbol for after the war, or a war symbol. And this guy's clearly a knight. He's got swords all around him. So yeah, I do think that there's been maybe some pretty challenging battles for you, but maybe you've recently had a period of being able to rest and just enjoy your own space. Whatever it is, your heart is with some sort of path of independence that you're forging here, and I think it's a good time for you to just really meditate about what it is you're creating. Where like I think there's something very important to you about the energy from which you create. So that's about keeping your mind nice and clear and coming from a place that is really nurtures what you're wanting to create. So like really focused energy. And as I'm drawn to look over here, and I see the 7 of Swords, which is about that strategy and focus and keeping things under wraps, which actually brings me to the next 2 cards. You have the 4 of Pentacles and the 8 of Wands in your week ahead. 4 of Pentacles to me, especially because they came out together, I think there could be things that are coming to you this week, or steps you're taking that need to be kept quiet or kept to yourself. There's the 4 of Pentacles is about protection and keeping things close and keeping things under wraps. Sometimes it can also be other things, like situations where someone's trying to get something from you and you're needing to have strong protection and boundaries around that energy. The 8 of Wands here, it's where, yeah, there's I keep seeing in the cards when I was first pulling them, and I'm just trying to read it correctly without jumping, but yeah, there's this energy of a storm that's under control, and if not already, there's a very near moment where it's behind you. I don't know, hope that makes sense. But anyway, the Seven of Swords underlying energy is being strategic with your moves, but also I think when I see that, I'm just then noticing the sun is underneath that as well, and so things could be coming to light, and then that makes sense because I feel that with the Eight of Wands as well. Like there's something, you're getting some sort of intuitive message, or someone literally messages you or emails you. There's some information to come your way. However you get it will be different for everyone, but I feel like it reveals a situation, and it's like, but and it threatens to bring a storm, but you've got this, it's under control energy. And actually, because you know what actually sits above that after taking a bit of time out, it's like full force again. So maybe you've had a rest period and it's like boom, going straight back in. This particular card is motion, is about forward movement and the Aries energy we all love and know, but in this particular reading, I feel like it's about taking steps, proactive steps to create protection of those you love or yourself, or like to manage this storm in a way that is authoritative and protective, and and that's what I mean about probably why I said the thing about the storm when I did, because I'm like, hang on, that's not till later, why am I telling them now? And it's probably because that's the thing, like it won't be long that storm's behind you, just know that. So what also is here is the Seven of Wands and the High Priestess, and that when these two came out together, I could see here that you are following a knowing that you have that can't be, it's not logical perhaps, it can't be articulated perhaps, but you're standing up for something that you know in your spirit to be true. There's something here around, and it honestly, Seven of Wands in this case looks like a victory energy in this particular deck. I don't use this deck often, but I was particularly drawn for it for group 1 this week. I love it when they sing out loud and clear, and it's a deck I don't use often. It's always a nice feeling, so I get to see why. And look at that, I'm just noticing in this particular Seven of Wands, there's like cattle behind him in the distance. You probably can't quite see very well, but and so there is a strong energy emphasizing that protection of that which you have earned and that which you have built. And I think as well, there could be like a message in your spirit. There's something like spirit maybe told you many years ago, perhaps, whatever it is like an intuitive knowing about something that you want to defend. And then we have the Emperor to finish out your week's energy, and I really feel in all of this, especially from the strength of the bear, but the fact that it's also in the Strength card, the grace, the energy of Mars, still very strong. This is Aries energy, the Emperor, energy. I feel like this is a strongly, or like not dictatorship authoritative, but like diplomatic. So what is in the challenge? The Page of Wheels, the King of Wheels, Page and King of Pentacles. And this could be so many different things for you. This could be an individual in your life that is a challenge for you this week. It could be your boss, or someone, you're the boss and your employee. This can represent a family member, of course, as well, a partner, a husband, a father. It's masculine energy, but of course doesn't have to be. It's provider energy. Now, outside of it being an individual that is your challenge for whatever reason, it will be unique to all of you. This could be your own journey of building something, where we have the Page of Pentacles is striving to, I'm hearing execute something. So maybe there's something you want to execute, like something perhaps you want to initiate. There's a beginning process here, and it's wanting to maybe leap very quickly to the King of Pentacles. Maybe it's like wanting something to be complete already that you've only just begun. That could be a challenge in that sense, like the journey of becoming the King of Pentacles from the Page. I almost want to get a clarifier around it. Yeah, totally. So you have strong provider energy, strong. Because I've just got the Four of Wands, and now I'm seeing the Seven of Wheels. And what actually sticks out is the Six of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune. And what that basically is saying, yes, you have a strong need to provide for your loved ones. And there's something about this Seven of Pentacles. And as I lift, I see the Hermit. which is actually quite funny, because this crop doesn't look like it's doing too well. You know what I mean? So maybe you're worried your finances aren't doing too well right now, or the thing you're growing doesn't look like it's flourishing how you hoped it would when you planted the seeds. The Hermit here makes me actually think behind it, like it's almost like rain will come to water your crops, and that's why what I saw before in the Six of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune next to each other poking out the middle is that when you let go of this, the mental stress, and that brings me back to this Four of Swords, by the way, that's when the wheel will turn and you'll be able to create from that place. And that's probably what you're needing to meditate on right now, is where am I creating from? Where am I coming from? Where is my energy? Where's my focus? Four of Swords, this like strong meditative energy. I think you really need to go into a deep state of meditation, maybe find a guided one on YouTube, or something else you already know it works for you. King of Wands behind that as well. This is your time to forge your own, I'm hearing, reality. Okay, so yeah, the challenge is, in your need to be a provider and feeling like you're only at the beginning. I think that's very much it. Some of you, like I said before, could still represent a person in your life. Or there could be the provider that is in your life. I don't know. All right, let's just go to what will help with the challenge, and that is Justice and the Five of Wands. And when I see this, I feel like this is about not... Sorry, when I just want to also touch on, because it's strong earth energy, this person, if this is a person in your life, it could be a Taurus person, a Capricorn, or a Virgo. Those are strong, heavy possible placements. Libra as well is here, but anyway, just coming back to what will help with the challenge. So clearly there's some level of conflict here, and I really feel like it's just the way you engage in that conflict is through this honesty, discernment, allowing there to be karmic repercussions, understanding the divinity and karma unfolding in all situations. Mostly just being honest, truthful and fair in all arguments, in all situations that are unfolding here. But truly I feel like you're just like kind of stepping above that. But it's almost like perhaps there's a situation where you need to deliver some sort of, you're the hand of karma in a sense, in that you need to deliver a consequence to some behaviors. And I don't know, and being fair in that deliverance is important, which I'm sure you are naturally. There's strong protective energy in this reading. So what you don't see coming in the way they flew out was quite interesting, because it's like this will unfold quite quickly for you. It was the Eight of Cups. We have the Six of Wands, the Page of Wands, and the Three of Swords. And this is a particularly strong area where I could see that there is some situation where there's betrayal, pain, heartbreak. And it could be somebody who is weeping over the loss of you or something like that. That's kind of what it feels like. There's this person who looks, I want to say, inconsolable. But this energy feels more forward, like that storm is behind me. That's really what it felt like as I looked at it. And you're choosing to let go of situations where people perhaps have betrayed you, or it feels like, that's a them problem situation, because we have this Eight of Cups here, Six of Wands, Three of Swords and the Page of Wands. So what you don't see coming is actually like a strong sense of liberation and freedom for you as you unbind yourself from people and situations that are not honest, true, that cause a lot of pain. And you're coming out on top, Six of Wands. There could also be a situation here that you, like as you start out on a new adventure, you get a lot of notice, and you don't see that coming too. There's like this is victory here. This is public victory. It's being acknowledged. It's putting your work out in the world and somebody seeing it and saying, hey, that looks great. What you're doing is fantastic. It's compliments and admiration. But it's also can come from how you handle a situation as well, because this is somebody returning from war. But it and I really feel this sense of that, like the storm is clearing. You're removing things from situations from your life that, Is that a peace dove? No, it's a bit more hunting looking. I don't know. Okay, in the outcome for your reading, we have Judgment, the Hierophant, and the Ace of Swords. Interesting image on the snake here as we wind up this year of the snake in your outcome. Judgment and the Hierophant, Ace of Swords. Like, to me, this couldn't, you couldn't feel clearer about what you need to do, where you need to put your energy. That you could not feel clearer and more on purpose and moved in the direction you need to be. Like, with Judgment, there is a grand, I want to say grand, I wouldn't normally, but it feels like that. So grand realization, a realization of grandeur. With the Hierophant here, this is a spiritual knowledge embodied and lived through your truth, and there's a deliverance as well here. So there could be that at this time, the messages, the way you're conducting yourself, the way you're speaking, what you're doing, has some way of influencing or awakening the people around you at this time. You're delivering strong lessons. You're receiving strong lessons, and that's informing you and directing you. Feels very connected. Feels very, very connected. You couldn't be clearer. Yeah. Teaching and learning. And there's something about, like, the interconnectedness of everything. There's a strong appreciation in you. It's a beautiful energy. So, a time for healing in your oracle cards. And you know what actually is quite interesting is you also have the first quarter moon. No, they're not the same, but the first quarter moon in Pisces particularly, honor your feelings. I love the first slither of a moon. So when I saw it in the sky on Thursday night, I had to check where it was, and it was in Pisces. And I checked the Sabian symbol as well, and it was a aviator in the sky or something like that. And what the message or story behind that symbol of that degree was striving for greatness. And I've really felt that in your reading for some time. There is a lot of aspiration. Sorry if you noticed a little cut in the video there. I accidentally knocked my camera. So yeah, this first quarter moon in Pisces was Thursday, and you may have felt that, if you're listening at the time of recording anyway, that this is a time for you to really be quite reflective. And with the honor your feelings, it's exactly that, and it sits exactly above the Strength and the Queen of Cups, by the way. And it's that grace that you've come forward with, that strength you've come forward with compassion though for yourself and others, and it's enabled you a time of healing and flourishing. The way the oracles sit above the cards in the timeline is always quite particular. So let's read the Brown Bear Spirit of Take Time Out. I'm drawn to the protection message because of all of that energy here. There's oracle and protection, but the protection is when you become so frazzled that you can't decide how to move forward, Brown Bear Spirit arrives to remind you to let go of your impatience in getting to the answers and solving the problems that face you. Now is the time to rest and meditation. Take a break, let insights arise. Know that you have plenty of time to make plans. Brown Bear Spirit reminds you that sometimes the best and most effective action is non-action, allowing the situation around you to reveal itself to you so you can better understand it. I saw that in the cards there too. Remember that what is yours will never be withheld from you, so you can really relax and wait until the next right action is revealed. Miracles come out of nowhere, and yours will arrive on a Great Spirit's timetable. And then the next card is a Mars of Motion. So I do feel it won't actually be all that long. So enjoy the rest while you can. I will read the oracle as well. That could relate to or support somebody. So let's read it. There is a time to act and a time to focus your attention on patient strategizing. The arrival of Brown Bear's spirit signifies that you are best served by foregoing hard work towards your goal at this moment, and instead take time out to meditate or just take a nap so you can refresh yourself and begin planning what you want to co-create next. Come to know the lay of the land as you contemplate and imagine what you might do in this vast landscape of possibility before you, and begin forming a plan. Remember, sleep allows for dreaming and rest allows for clear-headed strategizing. How might you become the person you wish to be and experience whatever your heart desires? Insights will arise as you explore the possibilities and begin envisioning your plan, knowing that what you want will ensure you use Knowing what you want will ensure you use your energy wisely in the days ahead. Be patient at this time, relax and be calm and peaceful so you can recharge. A call for action will come later. And I really do feel not long later. Yeah, so if you actually even get the chance to go and lay on the grass, please do it. Find chance to walk in nature or watch the clouds if you're in a place you can. Do that. So we also had a couple of self-care cards, and I was going to do a pendulum for you as well. So the self-care for this week is music. Music can heal wounds that medicine cannot touch, and this is personal to everyone. Maybe it's a sound bath, maybe it's playing an instrument that you haven't picked up in a while, or maybe it's listening to certain sound frequencies, binaural beats, audiobooks, words of wisdom, sound, singing even as well. We also have set relationship goals. It's pretty sweet as we head close to Valentine's Day, but recognize what makes you happy and strive to find that in your love life. Maybe it's goals with your partner. For those that are single, it could be about finding partnership in all of life and yourself, and then seeing how that mirrors back to you in the eyes of the people you meet. And then we have the small things matter, and that could also have to do with relationship goals. Maybe it's about doing sweet nothings for your partner. It could be about doing little things or mentioning things that matter to you or to them. But anyway, sometimes it's the little things that can make life wonderful. So it's kind of with the take time out as well. It's like just savor all the sweet things around you. Maybe you've got a few battles and things you're dealing with that stress you, and there's definitely, there's stuff you're working through. That's all of us in life. But yeah, just try and savor the sweet moments and don't forget the bigger picture, I think, and don't forget your loved ones. And that relationship doesn't have to be romantic here. This can be relationship to all of life, to your relationship to your body, your relationship to money, your relationship to your pets or your neighbor, or anyway. That's what I have for you in the cards. Nearly forgot the pendulum. Okay, what is yes going to look like for group 1, please? Can we see? Divine Creator, please allow us to see an answer for a question. Beautiful. And what is no going to look like? Gorgeous. And can I have an answer for the question? Definitely a clear yes. That was, yep, no messing around. Yeah, there's a lot of clarity in this reading as well. Like, I'm really drawn to that. It's almost like the pendulum in itself. But yeah, there's a strong, clear yes in that energy. So hopefully that's supportive with you. But always use discernment with such a tool, and these readings, of course. You are your own authority. I hope you have a wonderful week, Group 1. I look forward to reading for you all again soon. Bye. Hey, Group 2. Welcome to your reading. If you have chosen the Angelite wing, is it like a wing? To me, it looks like a little fairy wing. Maybe you want to see it as an angel wing. And Angelite is a message of calm, protection, love, healing, particularly calm, softness is what I always get from it. And with this particular wing, it could be about flying to new heights, feeling protected, protecting yourself, connecting to other realms. Anyway, Group 2, let's jump in. I can see in the cards here we've got strong Scorpio energy. We've got Leo here also. Yes, strong Leo, strong Scorpio. We have Taurus, Gemini, Libra as well. So yeah, it could be you, someone you're dealing with. Oh, Sagittarius is here too. Don't forget our Saggies. Yep. Okay. Yeah, it could be you, someone you deal with. Doesn't matter too much. I'm going to do the pendulum. So if you have a little question for that, I'll do that at the end. But starting with past energy in death, the 4 of Cups and the 8 of Cups. This is interesting, so it could definitely resonate differently for everyone, but you've got strong Scorpio energy. This particular card is represented by Scorpio, and directly above it, it says it's time to release negativity. And these cards always line up so beautifully, but on top of that, you've also got Pluto rebirth in this reading as well, which will hold up for you shortly. But at the moment, as this sits, we've got victim consciousness in the 4 of Cups, or someone who is just like nothing's good enough, or constantly focusing on what isn't working out, or has opportunities but won't grasp them or realize them. This could be represent a person in your life that you're just sick of that energy and walking away from it. Or it could be something within yourself where you're like, no, I've got to grow past this. This is not working out for me because I'm just recycling the same lessons. And it's like, no, I actually want to grow and receive different outcomes. So if it's the energies within you or someone else, it's an energy that's being cleared out, and that's a blessing. It's a good thing. And as we start the week ahead, we start with the Sun card. So it's a time of growth, and so something you have decided to release recently is bringing about positivity. It's making you realize. I'm getting the feeling of like someone who perhaps has exactly let go of a particular person that was just a heavy energy. You may have a lot of care for them. I can see with the 8 of Cups, that situation is someone that you really like did not want to walk away from. Because 8 of Cups usually comes when you've really tried everything you can to support them, to be there for them. And with the Sun, it's like realizing, oh my gosh, I should have done that ages ago. That's kind of the feeling with that. I don't know if it's a particular person or something else. You will know your situation, but yeah, if this person is ready for new lessons, and that's what I get with the little backpack. It's kind of like a going to school energy. Maybe you're literally going to school, starting a new study this year, but you just, to me, it's like, yeah, you're packed for happy occasions, for good times. Maybe you're looking to meet new friends. So as you progress into the week ahead, we have the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords here. So definitely new beginnings for you. A lot of clarity around where you're headed. You could be making a purchase that supports your path forward in some regard. Maybe you're buying a tool you need to do a job, whatever it might be. There's a new beginning energy here for you moving through. I'm hearing the word portal. So some of you might be connecting with that energy, in that you've also got here Awaken the Inner Witch. So that's something that might be calling to you lately to get more in touch with your witchcraft, your craft of any kind. You might be opening particular portals to particular realms to receive insight and healing. Whatever it is here, I do feel like it's a good time for you to be more in touch with your practices, even if it's just whispering beautiful, loving, healing words into the pot as you cook your family dinner, whatever it is, or yourself dinner. Yeah, there's something here about just having more awareness of those little things. And now with the Ace of Swords, however, I do feel, because the Queen of Cups comes up next, and we've got the 4 of Pentacles as well as the 8 of Swords. So for those of you that did walk away from a particular person, you may, not for everyone, but there's potential that person reaches out to you. Or I mean, it could be the other way around. Maybe that someone's walked away from you and you've decided you want to reach out to them. But it doesn't look like it's something that feels open and flowing. We've got the 4 of Pentacles there. So that's a message that's specific, not for everyone. But yeah, if that's going on, if you receive a message from them, maybe you're not feeling open, or if you reach out to them, maybe they're not feeling open, and it can lead to feeling maybe worse than before, overthinking things and a little bit trapped to the situation. Now, that is not for everyone, of course. Some people, it's just moving on and forward, and they know that's not really a factor. Other ways that this message can unfold for you with the Queen of Cups, Four of Pentacles, Eight of Swords, this could be very much about you and your own internal workings, because you've got this card sitting above it of get unstuck. And these two energies are very stuck. This is someone who's a little fearful, so they're holding on very tight to what they have for fear of losing it. And so for some, this could show up as, like, an example I'm getting is jealousy or possessiveness in a relationship, because of whatever reason, maybe been hurt in the past, or overthinking things, or creating narratives that aren't actually true. Because this is someone who puts themselves in a self-imposed prison, but you have what it takes to get unstuck. So however this is showing up for you, I mean, that's oddly specific and maybe resonates with a couple people, but not everyone. There's a need to be open to healing at this time. It's time to release negativity. We've got full moon in Scorpio, see the bigger picture. We've got Pluto with rebirth, and frog spirit as well, clear out the clutter. And that can be a mental and emotional clutter. It can be things we possessively hold on to. So you may be facing something that, and it could be that you're protecting your emotions with the Queen of Cups in this, but there's emotional growth available to you if you let go and become unstuck from whatever it is that you're holding on to, or whatever it is you're keeping going. Is it a narrative in your head that you're always looking for proof of a situation? Because I feel like they may attract confirmation bias and things that support that narrative and it just keeps you stuck. So I don't know what this is. I feel, and this actually fell just now reversed on top of the Magician, which is in your outcome, and I want to read it because of the way it falls, and I like doing that. It's fun. It's like the tarot having another language. And this is saying that you've got all that it takes. You've already got all that it takes. You've got the resources, you've got the meditations, you've got the affirmations, you've got the things to support your nutrition, or you've got what it takes. I don't know what it is. You've got the resource though. You've got the wit, you've got the experience, you've got the understanding. You've got the wisdom. It's getting unstuck. Maybe it's getting unstuck from unhealthy relationships as well. People that really just pull on your heartstrings, or just cloud you, or make you feel emotionally bound in some way. Eight of Swords at the end of your week. So yeah, with rebirth in this and time to release negativity, and remembering the Eight of Swords is someone who puts themselves there. It's never like the Nine of Swords is a different energy to it. The Eight is your own created karma, which you have all the ability to clear. As it fell on the Magician, you got the Sun, you got the Ace of Swords. Anyway, let's go into the challenge. I think that is your challenge in a sense. But like I said, it could also be that this energy I'm talking about is another person you deal with. So yeah, in the challenge we have the King of Swords and the Knight of Cups, and immediately when I saw that, I felt like the challenge is somebody who's trying to have boundaries over somebody who is a little bit like daydreamy, or like they're not putting in a solid effort to build what the goal is, or something like that. I don't know. It could be about harshness in delivering a message to someone who is emotionally stunted, or like, I don't know. Gosh, if that could specifically be for someone like this. There's like trying to meet, I don't know, there's authority here and it feels really blunt, and it doesn't seem to work on this Knight of Cups energy. It's like wanting someone to grow up and they won't, or wanting someone to see a higher perspective, but they're just not at that level. Like, I do feel that's something going on there. Maybe you are that person on either side. We have the World here and the Princess of Pentacles, and I feel like with this one, it's like the challenge is wanting to create your very own world, like wanting to finish old cycles and begin new ones, and have like a fresh slate of things. Maybe is that into do with the area of your friendships? Is it in your career space, your relationships? I don't know. Is it in your health area? There's a repeating immature mistakes and lessons you've already learned before. It's kind of what I see in this. And I don't know if it's the cards vibe, but I'm hearing oopsie, like, I don't know. So maybe there's things you're repeating, you know it, you got to cut that out, like probably coming back to the get unstuck message. And you've got also the frog spirit is clear out the clutter, which is a very simple message in that it could mean very much that, like, old things, old patterns, old items you don't have use for, they don't get you where you want to go. What will help with your challenge though? We have the Ten of Pentacles and Strength, and this is, you see the bigger picture. You've got full moon in Sagittarius of see the bigger picture, and that's what with the Ten of Pentacles is here for as well. To see that bigger picture, that what you want your life to look like, you know, how you want your life to be set up for those that you support, love, the impact you have on the world and your community, and then have the strength and the courage to face what needs to be healed or face what needs to be let go of, to clear it out, to get unstuck. Use your magic to do so. We have Awaken the Witch here. Find play in those practices. Find fun. Lose yourself to those practices. Let that be what fills you up, instead of perhaps something not so good for you. Or it could just be about actualizing, just taking the steps you know to take. If it's about getting your body moving, then just start taking a walk every day. That's all you got to do. Little gentle stretch of yoga, and at a regular time of day, like show up for it. Strength. You're building something. Underlying energy here is the King of Pentacles. We've got Two of Cups as well. There's a lot of strong relational energy here. There's like connection energy, like relationships that you may be clearing out, learning about, and solidifying. So in what you don't see coming, we've got the Judgment, the King of Wands, the Lovers, and the Four of Wands. So for some of you, you're having a realization about someone in your life. This could be your partner, and the realization is a good one. It could be a different friend as well. Take it how it resonates. But first of all, the message I saw was, somebody realizing how special a particular person really is, and how happy they make them, and how they complete their world. For others of you that you don't know this person doesn't exist in your life, it's because it's in the area of what you don't see coming. So if it's not a realization of someone who's already in your life, it could be calling to a person who's coming in, this King of Wands energy. This is an inspiring person. Somebody who makes you want to make good decisions. Someone who feels like home with the Four of Wands. For some of you, it's about stepping up in leadership in your community, and it's not about relationships in an intimate sense, like a romantic connection, but rather how you influence and the choices you make that bring people together, or, you know, heal the home. There's things here around home space as well, choices in the home to take leadership, or to, I'm actually hearing gut health for someone. So maybe you're a mum and you're like, no, we've all got to focus on healing our gut health, or something. I don't know why gut health, but that's probably just a specific, someone needs that encouragement and confirmation that if they've been thinking that, then yes, that's important. Or something around the home, like change, to clear out the clutter. Yeah, exactly. Like there's choices to be made in the home of what stays and what goes. And it might be really super important, actually, as we become into the New Year energy of that horse. But also, I personally feel New Year for me around March, but that's probably because I'm an Aries rising. I don't know. We all have different cycles. So that, but particularly, everything's so annual. All right, so let's go into the outcome energy. We have the Empress, the Five of Wands, and the Magician. So for many, I felt like this tension of the Five of Wands is within self, and that's that getting unstuck energy, like facing things you may have ignored, or time to be honest with you. And the Five of Wands is inner tension. That's definitely what I feel. But with the Empress and the Magician on either side, it can also be about dealing with conflict in other people, and it feels like kind of defensive in this stance here, like blocking roses that are coming towards her with thorns, but dealing with it with grace, dealing with it using your magician abilities, basically, with someone with infinite understanding and compassion and groundedness and power, and very sovereign energy here, very nourishing energy. So whether the Five of Wands is coming at you from someone else, or it's something internal, you are the Magician and the Empress. You have full capacity to create stability and abundance in your world. So that might be your very, very big focus at this time, is how do I create stability? How do I nurture and grow the things I want to grow? This is a very fertile energy, the Empress. Maybe some people are struggling with like what it is you're creating, whether it's happening in your timing you want it to, or if you're feeling stuck or blocked, or you feel like it's not just know that I think that the message around that is connection, compassion, support, Two of Cups, King of Pentacles. You know, there's a lot of little lovers. There's a lot of, yeah, I think there's a need to shift abundance mindset. Just look at what you've got, look at what is good, and let the rest just happen. Okay, so releasing negativity, full moon in Scorpio. It literally says here, if you've been feeling paranoid or acting weird, take this card as a very direct message from the cosmos to stop it. Worrying yourself is pointless. It's time to release any negativity you have around the situation you're asking about. If someone has been unkind to you, perhaps it's time for you to release them. This card heralds an emotionally intense time, since both the full moon and Scorpio themselves are extremely intense. It is a time to feel all of your feelings. There could be some nastiness in the air when you pull this card, and if that's the case, take it as a sign to move away from anyone or anything you feel is toxic. And that's it. Like, that's, you know, just take the high road. Totally take the high road. Anyone who is toxic. For some, however, this card is a totally different meaning. Your sex life could improve now if you make an effort. Use your magic. You have all you need inside you to bring about your desired result. And King of Wands there too, actually. Yeah, like maybe that's, you can see that in what you don't see coming. Like maybe you've been judging yourself or having some reservations in that area of being the intimate lover, and you've got someone here who's like, come to me, my love, you know, and yeah, there's definitely space for that. Beautiful. Okay. I didn't, touch on that. Of course, Scorpio energy. All right, so it's time to move from living fearfully into living joyfully. You are the right person. You're right to have your suspicions. I don't know where I was reading. I was like making something in my head. Grudges are toxic. Let something go. The end of an argument. Okay, we also have a full moon in Sagittarius, which is like fire energy, more intensity, but this is about seeing the bigger picture. And it says here, at this point, your best bet is to be the bigger person. Did we not just say that? The Empress. In whatever situation is on your mind. If harsh words have been exchanged, this card comes with a gentle suggestion to diffuse the upset with some humor. The world is your oyster, and when you draw this card, you need to find a balance between where you are and where you want to be. It may be that you need to do some more research before you move towards whatever it is you want. When you're manifesting, the journey of discovery can be as empowering as dreaming the big dream. It's beautiful. I know that I'm blessed and I love my life within that knowing. Yeah. And we already saw the rebirth, Pluto energies. Anything here for me? Pluto calls for 3 actions. First, to dig deep. Second, to be willing to transform. And the third, to use power wisely. Pluto calls you to drill down and dig up what is worthy and bring it to the surface, and then rinse away the dirt to uncover the gold. Bring up riches whenever you dig deep into your soul's work. Notice obsessions and neuroses. These signs of stress must be listened to and healed, but don't allow them to control you. It's interesting, I was listening to Ram Dass again, and he was talking about how in all of his years trying to become divine, I love his humor. He's not one neurosis has he removed from himself, not one. And I found that quite comforting, because it's more about having that awareness, and the way he spoke about it was like becoming a friend to those neuroses, acknowledging them, allowing them in for a cup of tea, but it doesn't control you or your actions. So Pluto reminds you that you can hold on to the past. You can't hold on to the past, but you can take care of yourself. To begin this work, you may have to let go of an old form, as a caterpillar must become a butterfly. Mourn what you've left behind, then get curious about what it is about to arrive. Examine the power dynamics of this situation. Never give yours away or misuse your power over others. Step out of a power struggle and into self-empowerment. And maybe listen to some Ram Dass if you feel called. I love it. I listen to him all the time these days, and it's just like having a good friend. I feel so familiar. So you also have the card Frog Spirit with clearing out the clutter, and it could be exactly that, a message of clearing out items in your home. What's weighing you down? Is it time for a spiritual and psychic cleansing? Are you overdue for letting go of voices that surround you? They may have started to get into your head, and that's exactly it with the Eight of Swords. Don't let other people's words, choices mean something about you. But there's always room for reflection as well. I think that's important, and that's that ownership and rebirth, and be willing to face those things, the willingness there. Okay, so may have got into your head, the voices that bog you down and keep you from leaping forward into a better situation. Let others croak and create their drama while you make space for yourself and for hearing your own thoughts as they arise. Declutter your schedule and stop trying to do all and then some. Let others manage their own baggage rather than allowing it to be dumped on you, for your lily pad needs to be clear of others' clutter. Frog spirit may also come bearing a message about your physical space. Do you hold on to things because you're afraid of losing your energetic connection to the past, to people who are no longer in your life, or to goals you never pursued? Or could you have these items around you because you feel guilty if you got rid of them? Are your storage and living spaces stuffed with reminders of what you are not, when they should be holding only objects that reflect who you are and aspire to be? If something is no longer making you feel joyful, empowered and excited, Frog Spirit is telling you to let go and free yourself to leap forward into something new, trusting you will always have what you need. And that's something as well when giving things away. If you can make a decent amount of money off it, it's a valued item and you could use the 50, 100, whatever, I mean, by all means, but I do encourage the generosity of giving away. It allows things to flow. And you can give away with trust that you will always have what you need, and that person will benefit as well. And it just keeps the flow happening. So, you know, I mean, depending on your financial situation, of course, everyone is in a different predicament, but I do encourage just giving things away where you can. But clearing the clutter. Some self-care messages. We have Awaken the Witch. We already saw that, as well as getting unstuck. Get past your fear of change and embrace the transformation. Get past the discomfort. I'm hearing there. We have meditate and hydrate coming out together as well. So good quality water and lots of it, but also definitely a time to quiet the noise around you and your own mind. And let your soul speak. Maybe a guided meditation would be really nice. Find them all over YouTube. So can I see, please, Divine Creator, what a yes is going to look like for group 2? Okay. And can I see what a no shall look like? That's pretty good. Okay. And can I have the answer for group 1? Group 2's question. Group 2. Answer for group 2's question. It is a no. But so it's a no, but it's sort of like I was like, hang on, I felt this hang on thing, and then it changed to a yes, and that makes me feel like that whatever you asked might be a not yet. It could be that. But I'll leave that, please be discerning. So yeah, it was a no, and then at a later date it feels like it's like yes. But anyway, yeah, hopefully that resonated. Could be specific and only for a few, but you'll feel it like, no, that wasn't for me, hopefully. So yeah, that's what I have for you, group 2. If you'd like a private reading or even a kinesia balance moving through any of this, particularly this stuff, particularly like, yeah, well, I mean, anything really, it's incredible modality, but yeah, that one's really relieving of the load we carry. Yeah, so if kinesiology calls to support you, I have got some extra appointments available as my study load has lightened right up this year, so I'll be available on different dates than the regular once a week Thursdays or Wednesday evenings for some. But yeah, that's what I have for you, group 2. I hope it resonates, and have a wonderful week. I look forward to reading for you all again soon. Bye. Hey, group 3, welcome to your reading. If you have chosen the Amazonite Tower, and this is going to be your reading, And just immediately as I held this up, I thought ocean, of course. I mean, I didn't think of it before, but, you know, it came through. So someone out there watching this needs a little bit of ocean time right now, a bit of cleansing in that regard. But Amazonite is a wonderful stone for communicating our truth clearly, which is interesting because it sits directly above a card of communication, the third house, highlighted for you at this time. So clear, calm communication and overcoming negativity and being able to get your message across in a way that really impacts the receptor how you'd like to, whoever's receiving that communication. Anyway, I think communication is important this week. I think there could be some unexpected communication, but we'll get into that in the reading. Let's have a look at what signs are here for you. First of all, Leo is here strongly, and Cancer as well. We also have, Leo again, Cancer again. Leo and Cancer very strong here, as well as Gemini. Communication energy is Gemini, isn't it? Anyway, let's start with the past energy. But first of all, mention I'm going to do the pendulum for you. So if you have a question, that will be there for you at the end. Let's jump in with the past energy of the Sun, the Three of Cups, and the Four of Swords. So look at this here. We've got a situation where, look, it looks like good times are being had in a group of friends, right? It looks like there's a lot of blessings, and maybe you once had this. Maybe it's about things, because this is past energy, and here you are reflecting on these past times, these times that were, looks like really fun, like nourishing energy here. But for some of you, it could be that there's, with the Sun here, it's like you've come to realize something about a group or friends or a particular celebration. Maybe something was said and you're thinking about that. But either way, you're processing something in relation to this. And normally with this here, it's like one sword is like they're lying on their truth while they contemplate the Three of Swords. But it wasn't like that in this card. However, the next card out is the actual Three of Swords. So it is still, like, my first thing when I saw it, I was like, oh, that's a different Four of Swords. But it's not, but it is. Anyway, my own workings of how I read it. But the Three of Swords coming next really does emphasize that you're sitting with betrayal or things that have really hurt you in groups of friends. So yeah, maybe you're missing past times, old friends you don't know anymore or live too far away or whatever's happened. Maybe something unfolded to disconnect everyone. Or like I said, a revelation around a group of friends. You're having a realization. Maybe you're feeling separated from them. Maybe there's something that's happened that's you're away from the good times as you see it. So progressing into the week ahead, processing that pain. You're maybe thinking very much about that. A communication is here in this area as well. So this could be a time where you need to communicate. Or maybe that's not possible with the Four of Swords there as well, and it's about sort of just processing and digesting this experience and moving forward, just healing at this time. And we have got the card here, Super Moon, emotions are running high. So yeah, whatever is coming up for you right now might feel quite intense. You've even got the full moon in Cancer. Cancer is all about the feels. It's where the moon is home. Let your fears dissolve. So you could be having a lot of, I'm hearing paranoid thought. That's not for everyone, but if you have been, acknowledge that message is for you, and to be aware that perhaps is only paranoia, if you connect to that. But yeah, emotions running high. I feel you. I am a Cancer moon, so the big feels are constant in my reality. It's great fun. Anyway. Here we are moving forward from that energy. We've got the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups next, which is actually quite interesting. That you might find a different reading resonates with you as well as this one, because there was a similar pattern in one of the other reads where the second cards out were exactly this. Like, it was the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords in that occasion. So yeah, it could also be that if this is about a particular person, maybe that particular person is that pile, which was group 2, I think. But anyway, here in your pile, it looks like this is a time for you to really embrace new connections for yourself, new times that are filled with nourishment. So that could also be embracing new practices. I'm getting like yoga when I see the lotus and lily pad. I don't know why, it just makes me think of yoga. But this could be something new that's very nourishing for you to embrace, a path of the heart, a path of healing as you come off this Three of Swords, and really thinking about past connections and you know, what's fallen apart or what isn't, or the celebrations you wish to receive in life, the things that make you happy and fulfilled. It doesn't even have to be about friendships, it can be about other types of fulfillment. So yeah, there's something for you at the moment to heal from that. It's about putting one foot forward, putting yourself out there maybe, or embracing things that are going to bring about growth. As you progress into the week ahead, we have got the Six of Cups, so definitely strong nostalgia and reflection, maybe even hearing from someone from the past. Like for some of you, maybe still dealing with something, could be relation to family or children. We have the Seven of Pentacles here, and there's like a pregnancy and a child here, so definitely strong messages around connection and motherhood, or investing in something that helps like a childhood dream come true, or just like growth in some regard. But it's growth that happens slowly over time. Seven of Pentacles. And you've also got the turtle spirit in above these cards. See how it all sort of fits quite neatly. Slow and steady wins the race, and that's the Seven of Pentacles energy all over. So I feel like there's a bit of inner child wounding that is up for healing right now with the new things you invest in, the things you choose to fill your cup, the new paths you take. And at the moment you may be uncertain of which path is right for you. Seven of Cups is here because there's emotional confusion or overwhelm, wishing you knew more about people or situations than you do, so you don't feel confident to say something or take action because of the sense of not feeling clear or knowing full picture or something like that. It's also a representation of having many choices and not all of them are good for you. So, but is this about like investing in new things that are good for you and not repeating old patterns or past mistakes, with the Six of Cups being there? It could also talk about family and children and nourishing connections, or like learning how to connect in a more meaningful way, or repairing connection if you've felt like there's a connection in your life, a family member, your child perhaps, or whoever it is that you want to find deeper healing and work on that connection. That's definitely here. There's a lot of reflection, a lot of wanting to grow past old things, taking it slowly, communicating clearly, lots of feelings that come up through all of this, but you got it. In the area of what you, or no, this is the area of challenge. We have the Eight of Cups, the Two of Pentacles. Eight of Cups, as we know, is a walking away energy, but it usually comes after you've really given it your all. You've tried and tried and tried again. And with the Two of Pentacles, it could feeling like you've had to let go because it's just too much to bear, or you're not able to manage it. Something's unmanageable. Or it could be also between two choices of what you let go of. That could be the case for some of you, like do I, don't I? That sort of energy could be in the challenge, like feeling uncertain. But for many of you, it's like walking away from giving your all to a situation that's not bringing anything in return to you, or something's just not manageable. There's growth here. I see the little butterfly coming in, so it's like whatever you let go of right now is really for your own growth. In the area of what will help with your challenge is to remember your Queen of Pentacles energy, that I do believe is you, somebody who is quite abundant in their own right, in their own nature. This is someone who isn't looking for external validations or looking to compare themselves to other people. So maybe if you've been doing that, it's like changing your perspective of how you see yourself so that you really can draw in that which is right for you and your own pace. Queen of Pentacles grows very organically and just being drawn back to that turtle. So this is taking things really slowly and in creating a nourishing environment to welcome in what you want into your world. But also realizing where you already have a great deal of abundance. The shift of a perspective is needed here of your own mastery and of what is already growing all around you. And growing in the mind, I'm feeling, just really noticing Medusa energy here, but to me it makes me think of transformation of thoughts and the mind and the way you see yourself, and the way you see how nature supports you. Just really feeling connected, abundant and supported. Strength is the underlying energy of this whole reading. We've got some crone energy underneath that as well. So it's like, yeah, this is about growing into who you want to become and the legacy you want to leave behind, the way you wish people to remember you. Like this is about actualizing that the crone wisdom. Male, female, doesn't matter. Age really doesn't matter either. Where you are in your journey, it doesn't matter. There's something about that future self is a bit of a goalpost here. In what you don't see coming now, we have the Lovers, the Six of Swords, the Five of Wands, the Eight of Wands. This is interesting. So for some of you, you're choosing to take a high road or walk away from a situation. You're choosing yourself. You're committing to a path that's healthy for you. Now, Five of Wands here, Eight of Wands, there may be some conflict that has come up or is coming up that is needing to be released in what you don't see coming. So it's likely that there's some level of message. Maybe you send a message from a frazzled place, or we've touched on paranoia before if that's you, or sending it from a place of fear, but choosing ultimately to let that path go. Or something definitely comes up and it's like, it feels like, I don't know, like this is conflict, and the Eight of Wands is messages back and forwards, but it's like choosing not to engage in that, or choosing to communicate better perhaps as well, like choosing to come, like I'm committing to being a better communicator, to holding my power differently, to not shouting at the kids, or like whatever it is, I'm communicating from a place of calm, or I'm going to choose to take a breath first, or like this could be in you and how you communicate, or it could be an external thing where messages are coming towards you that are based in conflict. Someone could be coming from a place of stress, but you're like, no, I'm choosing the high road, or I'm choosing peace. And I want to go straight to the communication card. Let's do it. Check the lines of communication and your thinking process. First, repair any actual technical glitches, loose wires, computer or phone problems. And then take this metaphor a step further and look at how your messages are sent and received. Make sure you understand what was intended in a letter or email you received. Ask other people what they heard you say in an exchange. When in doubt, ask for more information and repair any miscommunication. I'm just hearing, remember, it's us against the problem, not us against each other. And I don't know who that needs to hear that, but that is there for someone. Then take this metaphor in-house and look within. Notice the quality of your thinking. Repair glitches, stretch your mental muscles. I really get that with the Hanged One as well. Like the snakes around the mind here. This is about shifting your perspective, because Spirit's forcing you into this position to take a look at something differently. It's all orchestrated for your growth, for you to level up. So where am I reading from? Email received, express yourself, hear true intentions. Think about how you learn to communicate growing up through your relationships with siblings and sibling-like friends, your early school experiences. Investigate how those early relationships formed mental habits that affect the present moment. And that's totally here in what you're learning here from the past things you're healing, and investing in a different way, a softer way, not coming from pain, maybe. You may need to get out of your head and get a fresh perspective. Observe and test your assumptions. Check for confirmation bias, the tendency to believe anything that supports your opinions and rejects new information that challenges your worldview. Read a spiritual text or ponder a metaphysical concept and let it stretch your mind. Check in with siblings and sibling-like friends. Look for any shadow of rivalry and see if you can switch to a mutual encouragement where all win. It's up to you to reframe this dynamic. The gift I'm being drawn is we are all siblings in the eye of spirit. Let that sink in. I like that. That's kind of nice. We need that sometimes, or probably all the time. I'm just being drawn to like a road raging person, like someone who's like, as soon as they get behind the car, something changes, and then they suddenly everyone is an adversary. That's a common thing for people, actually. And I don't know if it's intuitive because you get on the road and you're feeling all these different people. I don't know if it's like, but I don't know, maybe there's a message in that, like of learning to just see that person as your sibling in the car in front of you, or that person that cut you off or whatever. Anyway, I don't know what the car's about. Maybe there's someone who needs it. But in the outcome, we actually got the Chariot, which is kind of funny. It's technically like a car, but we have the Queen of Wands and the Ten of Cups here in the outcome. And this is it. This is you being more confident in how you conduct your energy to create peaceful, beautiful, loving outcomes for yourself and emotional fulfillment in your life. Loving yourself deeper and feeling more in control of how you conduct your energy, how you use your power. I don't think, it's kind of, I don't want to go further for some reason. I think that's enough in that area. So in the oracles, we did already see a lot of this full moon energy, something coming to a head or a culmination. There may be like an intense conversation yet to come. Emotions may be running high. Let your fears dissolve. Did I have a look at this? I'm going to this one, let your fears dissolve. Fear and neediness may now be at play. Fear is debilitating, while neediness isn't usually very attractive. Acting out of fear is a risky response, so if you dwell on your insecurities, what you'll manifest is an extension of those insecurities. The reason why we should face our fears is in doing so, they often simply dissolve. If we don't face them, they can influence us to act in ways we otherwise wouldn't, which means we can end up manifesting the very thing we were hoping to avoid. To see off the fear that's in you, face it right now. As I'm a few times in this reading, and I'm probably being a little biased myself because I've been listening to a lot of Ram Dass and I love him so much, and he was talking about, I think I mentioned this in group 2 as well, or 1. He was recently, I was listening to a talk, and I've heard it before, and he was talking about how, like, he, even in all his years of work and being a rent-a-mouth, as he calls it, like a speaker, public speaker of Spirit's wisdom, he's never really truly removed any single one of his neurosis, and instead he's changed his connection to that and how he observes it and how he can not allow that to take control, take over. And maybe there's something in Ram Dass wisdom for you to listen to if you feel like you just put something on and see what happens, whatever you're drawn to, if you feel called for that little extra support. What's we got here? Emotions running high. I really just feel like it's exactly that emphasis on that big emotional energy and needing to communicate, and there could be a strong communication here, and in healing things from the past. And Cancer can be about the home, the childhood, and those sorts of areas. So we have the turtle spirit with slow and steady wins the race. Says here that pushing too hard or rushing to leave others in the dust is not the way of the turtle spirit, even if it seems it at times is the way of the world. Turtle spirit wants you to remember that you are a human being, not a human doing. In the protection position, turtle spirit is giving you the message that the best thing to do right now is to let go of the drive to complete or control and do more. Instead, simply be. As an old Norse saying goes, we do without doing and everything gets done. I love that. Spirit conspires on your behalf, so slow down to a crawl or even stop. Releasing any fear that life is a race that you might be losing. Trust that peace, prosperity, love and purpose are all yours to enjoy right now. Do not do, simply be. Take it easy. Queen of Pentacles, like I'm getting this, like, one at a time, pluck those things out of the mind. And I'm just thinking neurosis that Ram Dass never got rid of, and it's like just maybe pulling them out for observation and realizing what it is that they are. But I do feel like it's like weeding the garden slowly, maybe creating an actual garden or tending your physical garden might also, I mean, I know every time if I'm physically ill with a cold or emotionally, mentally bogged down or stressed, gardening just seems to just fix it. Just, it's like magic. Okay, in your self-care oracles, you have the card level up. Start small, start today, just start, and that's it. That's the thing, just one little weed at a time, one negative thought or one whatever it is that you're working through at this time, one seed planted. You've got avoid toxic people. Hang out with people who uplift your spirit, not bring it down. Do the people around you inspire you? That's a question I've been asking myself. It's an important one. You've got get more done, and identifying and eliminating distractions that aren't adding value to your day. You've got goals waiting to be achieved. I can see that here. You've got make new friends. Definitely feel that for you as well. Coming away from perhaps old things, old situations. And then this one I think is quite important too. Give less stuffs. I don't know if I'm allowed to swear. So the less you give us stuff, the happier you will be. I think it's really important to, it's not, I'm just getting like that, you know, it's not my business what other people think of me, things like that. It really matters what you think of you, and being totally honest about that, and working with what you have and what you're seeing, and loving yourself, and not giving a stuff about whatever else other people's drama is. Avoid toxic people, make new friends, level up, start small, take it slow. Face your fears. It's all here. Communicate clearly and beautifully. I think I'm hearing like this vibe of a change is here for the better. So embrace that, even if you think for some reason that it's not for the better, it actually is. So can I see, Divine Creator, please allow us to see an answer for group 3 and what their yes is going to look like. Can I see what no is going to look like? Beautiful. And can I have the answer for group 3's question today? Oh, what are you doing? It's going dead still again. I think this has been doing this for a while, group 3. Can I have an answer for group 3's question, please? It's doing circles. It's like a maybe vibe. What are you? Just giving it a chance, you know, to give me something. And it's like, nah, okay, whatever. That's a maybe, or not meant to know yet, or interpret that how you will. But we didn't get a definitive answer there. But we always use discernment with those anyway, and everything we receive. It's all just up for you to be discerning and make your own choices based on what you know. So group 3, that's what I have for you in this reading. I hope that it brought you some comfort, clarity, or guidance. If you need any support with this situation, I do have extra appointments available this year. Will be like different days of the week. Normally it's once a week because of my study load was quite big, but now this year is, yeah, completely new chapter in that regard. So there'll be different days available for kinesiology and tarot support, in person in Brisbane or online. So that's what, if that calls to you, please check that out. Otherwise, group 3, I'll see you all next week. Have a wonderful week. Bye.